It is hockey fever that has gripped India at this point in time, and you have to feel the excitement in Rourkela and Bhubaneswar to figure out that what this means to many sporting fans. Yes, we are just 15 minutes away from India's opening encounter in the 2023 Hockey World Cup against Spain. Now remember, India are out to avenge 48 years of pain in the World Cup. Remember, they had started the World Cup on a very positive note. 1971, 1973, 1975 was the time when they had finally achieved glory, when they defeated Pakistan. But ever since then, it has only been heartbreak, and nothing but heartbreak for the India men's hockey team. The setting is also apt. Rourkela, the Steel City, and the new stadium, the Birsa Munda International Stadium, is truly a magnificent work by the Indian Federation. I mean, the town of Rourkela has really opened up and said thank you to the International Hockey Federation because they are hosting the World Cup in that particular city. Remember, prior to this, Rourkela's infrastructure was creaking. The roads weren't proper, electricity was not proper. But now, despite being known as the Steel City, Rourkela's infrastructure has absolutely been boosted because of the Hockey World Cup. And you just have to go to Bhubaneswar or in Rourkela to imagine the magnitude that the Hockey World Cup carries. Because remember, cricket may be one of the prime sports in India, but when it comes to hockey in that part of the globe, it is really fever pitch at this point in time. Now, looking at the results that have happened today in the first day of the FIH Hockey World Cup, it is Argentina have beaten South Africa 1-0. But the Kookaburras have given a massive statement of intent by beating France 8-0. England have finally gotten the better of Wales today, but all eyes will be on India versus Spain. Now consider India's build-up to the Hockey World Cup 2023, and it has been a rather mixed bag. You will all know that India finished third in the FIH Pro League, which is a very commendable effort. They could have won encounters against Belgium and Netherlands, the ultimate winners of the FIH Pro League. But unfortunately, India did not capitalize on the clutch moments, and that is the main reason why they finished third. The flip side of it, many will argue, the Kookaburras had not participated in this edition of the Pro League. But it does not take away the fact that Indian hockey is kind of on a resurgence. Remember, after winning the Olympic bronze medal in 2021, all eyes are now on eliminating yet another 40+ year wait in another event, the World Cup. Now, after the Olympic bronze, India's record in the FIH Pro League was simply magnificent. On top of that, they reached the final of the Commonwealth Games, but unfortunately, they were undone by Australia. After that, they played Australia in a 5-test series in Adelaide, but unfortunately, the Kookaburras managed to win it 4-1. But remember, India had managed to beat the Kookaburras after 7 long years in a match. The last time they had beaten Australia, it was at the Sultan Azlan Shah tournament. And looking at that now, India are gearing up. It is also a change in leadership because Harmanpreet Singh, who has been one of the best players in India in this current era, he will lead the side. He will have Mandeep Singh, then he'll also have Hardik Singh, but Kishan Thakur. Remember this name, folks. Because Kishan Thakur was the man who denied Spain in the FIH Pro League encounter that India had. You look at the last 5 encounters that India and Spain have had, it is 2-2 with 1 match being drawn. But remember, when India and Spain had that penalty shootout, it was Kishan Thakur, the young goalkeeper, who really stood up. And he could be there in the starting lineup in place of PR Srijesh today. Now, Kishan Thakur, there's a very interesting story about India's young goalkeeper. Because remember, he was there only as the reserves in the Tokyo Olympics 2021. That is why he did not get a medal. But when the rest of the team got it, he just soaked in the atmosphere there. And that is why, having missed out on the glory in Tokyo, he will be wanting to do it in Rourkela and Bhubaneswar on a brilliant basis at this point in time. Now, India, you will understand that their defense is sometimes their Achilles heel, because Spain have often penetrated their defenses on a lot of bases. And because of that, they have got they've got two brilliant players in the Spanish lineup who can cause a lot of trouble to the Indian team. And remember, they are coached by Mark Caldo. Remember, Caldo was one of the Netherlands' best players at that time, and now he's brought that discipline in the Spanish team at this point in time. But India will have to be really careful about Marc Parejas. Parejas is their ultimate penalty drag specialist, and he could be the key if Spain are to make a dent in India's prospects. And there is also Pere Amat also, because he has also been the solid core around the defense and the midfield at this point in time. So Parejas holds the key for Spain. If they can keep Parejas quiet, then Spain's tactical and aggressive approach could backfire in the long run. So at this point in time, India may have an upper hand over Spain when it comes to head-to-head encounters, 13-11, 28-25. But it does not take away the fact that Spain have been a very tricky proposition for India when it comes to the hockey major events. Remember, India may have beaten Spain 3-0 in the hockey world in the Olympics, but it does not take away the fact that on any given day, Los Rojos is a very dangerous side. India versus Spain, that will determine the momentum that the Indian team has heading into the tournament, because Group D is a rather group of death if you have to look at, because India, Spain, England, Wales, this is the only group that has the top 10, 5, 6 and 8. India 5, Spain are 6, England are 8, Wales are 15th. So according to the rankings, if you have to look at it, it is a staggering proposition for India. If they can get through this group, then I think they will face a bit more tougher encounters ahead in the form of the Oranje, Netherlands, Belgium, the Kookaburras, and if you have to look at two dark horses, Germany and Argentina, the Pumas. Now, how does the format work? Remember, the Hockey World Cup format is slightly different than other formats. What is the format? The top team from each group, Group A, Group B, Group C, Group D, the top team, they go directly into the quarterfinals. If India finishes third, are they eliminated? No. Numbers 2 and numbers 3 of each group will play in the crossover, that is the pre-quarterfinals. Whoever wins that encounter, they will go into the quarterfinals. So that is why all India has to hope for is not to finish at the bottom of the table. Whichever team finishes at the bottom of the table, they are eliminated in the very first round itself. Remember, Harmanpreet Singh, before the match has begun, Harmanpreet Singh had said that perhaps this is the last time we may be playing as a core in India, so he wants to go out on the ultimate high. And 2018, the scars of 2018 will really be fresh on a lot of Indian players' mind, because they had built up significant momentum only to lose to the Oranje 1-2. It was a very bitter pill to swallow, and Odisha, with the passion that is there and with the support of the Odisha government, kudos to them for giving so much support to the Indian Hockey Federation. It has to be saluted for that. Harmanpreet Singh, Jugraj Singh, Hardik Singh, along with Kishan Thakur, Neelam Sanjeev Zes, what a story he is. He is also playing in his home state from the backwaters of Sundargarh. It was a really tough proposition indeed. So we all will have to salute the spirit of Neelam Sanjeev Zes and the way how he has come from very tough backgrounds to ensure that he represents India. So we are just about 2 minutes away from the India versus Spain encounter at Rourkela. When the national anthem plays, it is going to be a rousing development. It's believed that about 20,000 people are going to be there at the stadium. 20,000. That is a massive proposition indeed. It is great to see hockey having such a great fan following. And the Hockey World Cup 2023 is the first major event in Indian sports that can go a long way in determining India's Olympic fortunes. Because remember, aside from the World Cup, it is the Asiad in September, October. That's going to be another big challenge. So all eyes are on India versus Spain. And if you have to ask me who is going to be the winner of this match, it is going to be a very close call, 50-50 honestly on this. But I think on recent form, with Spain having struggled a bit in the FIH Pro League as well, I will say that India hold a slight edge over Los Rojos. but it is going to be a very, very tough and titanic match. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. And Ricky Patel, dugout time. Oh, come on. Who's interested in the dugout, Ricky Patel? Focus on the India versus Spain game. And Abhay, who will win? That is what I'm saying. Abhay, it's going to be a very close match, 50-50. But looking at the progress that India made in the FIH Pro League, looking at their results, I would say they have a slight edge. But don't be surprised if Spain bring their absolute A game to it. So we are all gearing up for India versus Spain. Remember, 13th of January, today is India-Spain. Then on January 15th, there is a massive encounter, India versus England, followed by the last league game on January 19th against Wales. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with all the updates from the India versus Spain Hockey World Cup. Press the like, comment and share button. We are also on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. And don't forget to download the AajTak mobile app. Thank you. Enjoy the game. Jai Hind.